Hello princesses! Today I'm talking about the Holika Holika Piece Matching 12 Shadow Kit. This is the Spring Summer 2018 Glossy edition, and the name of this is so long that I'm pretty much just going to be calling it the Glossy Play palette. This is the shade 01 Mature Peach, and as far as I can see there's only one palette for the collection. So the umbrella collection is the Glossy Play collection. There is of course lip products and some other face products within this collection, but I was sent this palette for review by Holika Holika when they sent me the massive amount of Apricot collection last week. This came with it and I thought that it was so gorgeous that it warranted its very own video review, especially since the Apricot collection came with eyeshadows too. I couldn't not try those out. So this was sent to me for review by Holika Holika. For full disclosure, they did not pay me to promote this and they didn't ask me to say specifically positive things about it either. In fact, I didn't even know that it was coming in the box. They just said, would you like to review some Apricot products? And I said, sure, send them to me, and this came with it as well. So it is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, how cute, how cute. So the product description says, deep looking eyes express contour colors to sweet highlight glitter colors, softening point color. Sweet 4 kinds of color in one palette for perfect makeup look. Matte, shimmer, glitter, 3 kinds of texture for non-eyelid eyelid look to give various looks. High fit coating powder gives high fit. 1 coat color gives vivid color for all day non-fix makeup look. The packaging of this palette is really pretty, but it's still fairly minimalistic for my tastes with a holographic emblem on the lid. The case itself is a really good size and it's quite sturdy. It has a good magnetic closure to keep the case closed, but still easy enough to open. On the inside there is a great sized mirror and 12 shadow shades. There are 10 matte shades and 2 glitters, which is quite interesting. Usually K-Beauty has more shimmer shades than they do matte, which makes this palette a little bit more unusual. The first row is the peach row, and you can see these shades are meant to be used together since their names all include peach. There are 2 pinky peach shades, a brown and an interesting goldish shimmer shade. I don't find that this shimmer shade works that well with the other matte shades, but I guess that's my personal preference. I used this row to create this halo-esque eye look. I used Fresh Peach as the base shade all over my lid. I then used Mature Peach through the crease and on the outer and inner third of my eye. I used Dry Peach to blend the crease out a little bit, and then I put Canned Peach on the center of my lid for a bit of sparkle. I really like the way that this looked on my eyes. I was a little bit nervous about using Mature Peach since it is quite pigmented and dark, but I found it quite easy to work with. The second row is the Apricot row. This row is more orange toned than the previous one. There are 2 oranges, a warm toned brown, and another glitter shade in this row. I think that the glitter in this row works much better with the matte shades, and everything from the Apricot row is very cohesive. Mature Apricot is actually a beautiful shade. I wasn't sure that I would like this shade that much as I'm really not an orange fan, but since it's more like a tangerine shade, I found it okay. For this eye look, I used Canned Apricot on the inner half of my lid. I then used Mature Apricot on the outer half, and then used a little bit more of Canned Apricot to blend the 2 shades together in the center. I used Dry Apricot to blend these shades through my crease, trying not to pick up too much of the glitter from Canned Apricot, and then brought everything onto the lower lash line to complete the look. The third row contains all matte shades and has 3 browns and 1 yellow. I'm not the biggest fan of the yellow because it does look a little bit unusual on my eyelid, but it's still a really helpful shade for blending out some of the other shades. The other 3 matte browns are really helpful crease shades, but you can still make a fairly nice eye look out of all the mattes too. For this more subtle look, I used vanilla butter over my entire lid. I used ginger butter through the crease and then peanut butter on the outer corner. I found that ginger butter and peanut butter looked quite orange on my eyes, which I'm not a huge fan of. So then I use a small amount of cocoa butter over the crease and outer corner to darken everything up and make it appear a little bit less orange. I did find that cocoa butter was a little hard for me to blend, but I think that comes down to my inexperience rather than the shadow itself. I really enjoyed using this palette, though it's not one that I reach for on a day-to-day basis. The shades are definitely a little bit more unusual for me, although they do contain some really nice browns and really nice like warm toned transition colours. They're just not shades that I reach for on a day-to-day basis, which is fine because I have a lot of other palettes in my collection that are used on a day-to-day basis or are more neutral colours, so then I can use these ones for like that little pop of colour because I don't have these sorts of colours in my neutral palettes. It is definitely a palette that I would recommend for princesses who love peach or orange toned shadows because obviously being a mature peach shade, it is absolutely full of those warm toned shades. Although I did create this eye look with it today, which is basically just vanilla butter on the base, cocoa butter in the crease and outer corner and underneath the lash line, and I think it was canned apricot. Yeah, canned apricot is the glitter on top of the lid, and to be fair, I use glitter very much to distract from the bad blending that I do in a lot of my eyeshadow looks, because if you put the glitter over the top, a lot of the time you can't see the blending underneath. So especially if I'm going from a matte colour in the outer corner and then have the glitter come over and overlap that, it does create a much softer line for me. It's kind of like cheating, but it's not really cheating. So if you like orange or peach shades, then I would definitely recommend this palette to you. Thank you so much to Holika Holika for sending this palette for review. I've thoroughly enjoyed trying out all of these Holika Holika products, and if you would like to see more of the Apricot collection, I will be doing reviews for these every Sunday and Monday for the next couple of weeks. So all in all, you'll be getting 5 videos from me per week. Which means, of course, if you're not interested in the Holika Holika collection, then you're not going to miss out on my normal content. It's just going to be extra for those people who are interested. But thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you next time. Bye!